Welcome back to consecutive day 962 of A Diary of a Runpreneur. And today I'm going to talk about launching the scope of our new organic content generation plan. So please do give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge and how you can get involved is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 962 of A Diary of a Runpreneur, and today I want to talk about the launch of a new project that I've delegated to a couple of my team to generate our new content generation plan, which is hopefully going to turn into a organic lead generation machine. And it's all kind of come about as of late. Sorry, just coughing there. But it's all come about as of fairly recently, since this new artificial intelligence tool, Chatbot, has been launched. And it, like I said, I've tried to describe what artificial intelligence is in a bot form and how it works, but the only real way I can describe it is it's like Google but on steroids. It's personalized, it interacts with you, it will read your language, it understands slang, it understands tone. It's just much more personable, more specific. It's just the potential is phenomenal. There's also downsides to it as well, but I'm trying to get in as a relatively early adopter on this. And one of the things that it just excels at is creating copy. So a prime example of what I've been doing, I had to write an email to one of our existing investors yesterday as an example. Okay, and to draft a well-written email to somebody professional is quite time consuming. You know, it's not been uncommon in the past. I've spent well over an hour drafting a single email because you obviously want the tone to be right, all these types of things. So my new model, which is a complete hack, but it's just brilliant. I have a dictation piece of software which turns all my videos and everything into text form, and that's Otter AI. So I just record what I want to say in spoken conversational language into Otter AI. Otter AI turns my voice into words. I then cut and paste the words into Chatbot and just tell it, rewrite this email in a professional tone as it's to existing investors in our business. Okay, so it has the framework alongside it, and it takes that text and breaks it down into a really well written email. It's just phenomenal. And okay, there are some things you need to be aware of. If you're generating marketing content for SEO purposes, Google still is well versed at detecting AI generated copy. So if you were going to utilize it for blogs or for things that you want to try and drive with keywords, etc., then you would need to kind of amend. And there are tools out there that will do this automatically for you, the wording, so it's more humanized, in order not to be penalized by Google as a search engine. Now, this is not going to take over Google by any stretch. It's disrupting the space that Google operates from a search and answer and query and perspective, really. So we launched this the scope of the project. So basically I'm trying to get the guys to take control of one of my colleagues' Facebook and LinkedIn accounts and get them to first and foremost sort his profiles out, so his profiles are well versed and you know in the right format to attract. Hiya, how are you? You okay? So what we then do is get the profiles correct. So the profiles being corrected is really, really important to ensure that when people look at your profile, there's a call to action, for example, to book a call with my colleague, and just this professional first impression is really, really important. So they can do that, and you can model my kind of profiles because I've put a bit of work into mine, or they can ask Chatbot to tell them what they need to do on the profile. It will tell them in step-by-step order what they need to adjust and address. So that's the first thing we need to do. We've now created a call booking calendar for my colleague, so that people can book into his calendar for sales calls, which is super important. And then now that's in place, they're then going to create a content plan. Now we do have direct sales posts going out into various Facebook groups at the moment, and most of the posts fall on deaf ears, but we have had the odd one that struck a little bit of engagement with multiple comments and likes and stuff, which have hopefully led to calls being booked in. But direct sales social media messages don't generally work. You normally have to make it more conversational and get people to engage, and then explain that if they're interested they can have a call. It's a much more softer way of generating leads. So we're now going to generate a content plan where we'll be posting on behalf of my colleague on Facebook, LinkedIn, on the profiles, and also in groups on Facebook. And content is something that's always challenging, but you can now use ChatGPT to ask you for a list of topics to do with social housing. You can even ask it to write the posts, and then you can humorize it or change it slightly, but it takes seconds to generate volume of content, which can be repurposed into multiple places, whereas before it would take hours. So we've launched the scope of the setup, so we're now going to process map the whole thing. We've then got kind of follow-up messages, which are then sent to people engaged by my team, so it's more humanized still at this moment in time, but follow up to try and get that call booked in. And then at the point in which my colleague has a sales call with that investor, he will then manage them through to becoming a potential client. So I gave the scope for that. My team are now working on it, process mapping it all, getting all the intricacies set up, and we should be launching that almost by the end of the week, really, which is super exciting. Now it still will need to be tweaked and managed accordingly, but this is so exciting. I think ChatGPT for me, although there's a whole host of ways to utilize the software in ways that I'm not familiar with as of yet, the first thing I'm going to utilize it for on a mass scale is content creation and really building out a marketing plan. So that's how I'm going to leave it there. I'll keep you updated on how it goes, but it's super exciting to kind of get this moving. So any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do please give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. I have forgotten to give you the moral to today's episode, and that is today is the early bird catches the worm. And I'm not saying I've caught the worm by any stretch yet, but early adopters of new disruptive new tools, apps, software, opportunities are generally the ones that will maximize the potential of it. So I'm trying to be an early adopter. There are plenty in there that are well in advance of me, but I think I'm in early enough to capitalize to a certain degree. So anyway, thank you for your support as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.